Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we will discuss both Dasha and Transit and determine if one is more important than the other. So let's get started. To clearly understand these two predictive systems in simple terms, let us imagine a scenario where it suddenly begins to rain heavily, and we are caught up in this rain without warning. In one version of the scenario, we are living in the desert and hence we will wish we had a bucket in our hand to collect this fresh rain water. In another version of the scenario, we are living in a tropical land where rain is frequent and often overwhelming. Here, we might wish we had an umbrella to protect from the annoying rain. In the first version of the scenario, if we aren't lucky enough to have a bucket, we might just open our mouths to drink as much water as possible while also soaking it into our skin and clothes. And in the second version of the scenario, if we don't have an umbrella, we might quickly run and take shelter under a nearby roof or tree for protection. Now let's apply this analogy to understand Dasha and transits. In this analogy, the rain pouring down on us represents the planetary transit. Based on our birth chart, this rain might impact us either as nourishment, disruption, or transformation. The Dasha, on the other hand, represents our current life context and level of preparedness to receive or respond to that planetary transit energy. It shapes whether we welcome the rain with open arms, seek protection, or scramble to adapt. In the scenario we discussed earlier, Dasha is the bucket that we have for collecting the rain. So, while the transit is the external force that rains on us, the Dasha defines how it plays out for each of us individually, whether we see it as nourishment, disruption, or transformation. It is important to note that each planet's Dasha can only catch the rain falling from that planet. Hence, when a planet's Dasha is running, ideally, we want that planet to be transiting a good zodiac sign and rain good energy on us. If a planet is having a bad transit, then we end up capturing bad rain in our bucket. Now that we have discussed these two prediction systems, let us determine which is more important. Imagine purchasing a large bucket to collect water, but being unable to benefit from this purchase due to a lack of rain in our life. This is what happens when Dasha is present, but transit is absent. Now imagine having a large bucket and collecting rainwater, but the water is mixed with toxins. This is what happens when Dasha is present, but the transit is bad. Now imagine not having a bucket, but being drenched in rain. Wouldn't we still be happy that it is raining so that at least we can soak ourselves in it as much as possible? Hence, while the most ideal scenario is one where both the Dasha and transit are present, Dasha is of no use without transit. This same rule can be applied to the version of the scenario where it is raining and we wish we had an umbrella to protect ourselves from the rain. If we purchased an umbrella but it did not rain for years, we might forget about our umbrella. And when it finally rains, we might find that our umbrella is old and breaks when it is used. This is what happens when a transit arrives when our Dasha is coming to an end. Our tools aren't in shape to benefit from the transit. So which is more important? Irrespective of whether an event that is occurring in our lives is good or bad, it is only triggered by a transit. Hence, there are no events in life without transit. Dasha simply gives us the tools to manage these transits. Hence, transit is more important than Dasha because it creates events in our lives and gives it meaning. In a separate video, I will discuss the sequence of importance of Dasha, transits, location, and age when determining our role in a predicted event. This brings us to the end of this session. I hope you found this video informative. Please feel free to watch my other videos on astrology, health and well-being. Thank you.